The California drought has dramatically changed the way that people think about water. No longer is it seen as an abundant resource, but rather Californians and people across the United States now recognize that it's a limited resource. In fact, many water experts warn that water is going to be what oil was to the 20th century, this upcoming century. However, fortunately, Arizona isn't in the same crisis of California. Even though we are in the same water system, because of how forward-looking our policies have been in the past, we don't face a drastic drought right now. And that's because of policies such as the Groundwater Management Act of 1980 and storing water underground rather than using it now so that we have it as a reserve for the future. For example, in these graphs, it shows that the population of Phoenix has nearly doubled in the past 30 years, but that our water consumption has declined since then, or is nearly the same. Although even with this current water security, we do need to be concerned about the future. And that is because we face incredible uncertainty about how water supply and water demand are going to look in the future. One of the biggest, for example, is the impact that climate change is going to have on our water supply, with some models saying that it will dramatically decrease the amount of precipitation we have and further increase drought, whereas other models saying that it will actually increase the amount of precipitation that we have in the Southwest. We simply don't know the exact impact that climate change is going to have, and we don't know about other factors, such as at the rate that our population is going to grow and the future of what agriculture is going to look in the state. So recognizing this incredible uncertainty, a new idea has been proposed called anticipatory governance. And the idea is that the paradigm is that rather than sticking to one specific plan, one specific way of how the future is going to look, we acknowledge that this uncertainty and anticipate a very diverse range of possibilities for the future. And by acknowledging these diverse possibilities, we develop multiple strategies so that we can respond to the future as it changes to any of these different scenarios. A key part of anticipatory governance, though, is that we need to be able to realistically understand what these future scenarios may look like. And that's where informatics comes in. There has been a lot of success with anticipatory governance in developing quantitative models to provide concrete details about what we can expect for the future based off of different potential scenarios. So applied mathematicians apply these models, and then informatics comes in to show how to visualize that data in an accessible way so that policymakers and decision makers can play with different scenarios for the future and see how their decisions may impact the future. That's exactly what's been done with ASU's Decision Center for a Desert City's WaterSim program. It started in 2004 as a part of the National Science Foundation's Decision-Making and Under Uncertainty long-term research program. And it allows in a very accessible way for decision makers and any stakeholders interested to visualize how water security may look in Arizona based off of changing different factors such as the impact climate change will have or different policy decisions. In fact, it's visualizing a dynamic systems model that the Decision Center for a Desert City developed through mathematics. So I have here the website of the WaterSim 5.0, which is accessible to anyone through their web browser, where it shows several different sustainability indicators to show the status of water security in the state, from things like how much water the environment is getting to how long we can sustain this set water usage in terms of our population, along with other visualizations such as the expected supply we can have over time. And here is, I think, one of the most important things, that you can make different policy choices and see how that impacts all of the entire system, or change how climate change is going to impact the future, and then run the model and compare it to past models. So I find WaterSim 5.0 an incredibly exciting example of the way that informatics can be used not just for the sake of technology, but rather as an integral tool for these other fields, such as sustainability, to solve these pressing challenges we have, like climate change and water security.